Happy Monday, everybody. I hope you had a great weekend. You know, I did. I'd show you pictures, but you'd throw up. Tonight's topic, property. For a leftist party that despises private property, the Dems really do love taking your stuff. They let cities burn and businesses close, then demand reparations. You already know the California bill that, if signed into law, would make it a crime for employees to require their workers to stop shoplifters. We talked about it. It's another law that enables criminals while handcuffing their victims. And I don't mind the handcuffing if there's role-playing involved. But not at work if you're trying to do your job. I learned that the hard way with Larry Kudlow. He just went home with the key. It's hard to put those pants on. So as an employee, you got to take it as people ransack your workplace. When does this stop? When does this start including car dealerships or Tiffany's? Why is it just stuff that you can afford? And how far is too far? I can see two cellmates in prison. One is in for rape, the other for stopping a rape. To Soros-funded DAs, they're just interchangeable. But if you work somewhere, there's a strong chance you kind of like where you work, even if you're Judge Janine's assistant. Poor thing. Maybe you manage the place, you might even own it. And imagine someone coming in and doing this, right? It's demoralizing. It's meant to be demoralizing. To demoral is to remove any possibility of passing moral judgment on a protected class of criminals. They want us to feel like, telling rioters to stop rioting is like telling them to stop singing Christmas carols. How heartless are you? So we're being told it's not worth it. It's just merch. But how is the store any different from your wallet or your purse? It's all the same universe. It's just how invested you are in that stuff. You're being told not to care. But ultimately, excusing theft reduces the respect everyone has for private property. It's why stealing a candy bar when you were a kid meant going to the police station and having your parents pick you up. It was to make sure you never forget the feeling of shame again. But that's been replaced with the law telling shoplifters they can only steal $900 worth of stuff a pop. Oh. So we're the ones who now feel the shame. Today, we're pushing the incentives in the opposite direction. That's because the left has a problem with limits, debt limits, term limits, speed limits. Having no limits means criminal justice reform became a criminal protection plan. You want to stop carjacking? Don't go after the carjackers. Go after the cars for not preventing car theft. They just thought writing Kia on it was deterrent enough, but apparently not. Well, why stop there? Was your house too easy to break into? What if when you defended yourself, you maimed the thug? If you were told not to do that, then you're the criminal. And then politicians can remind you it's not worth it while applauding your arrest. And they will, because they know no limits. Well, except when it comes to people who disagree with them. Then they limit your speech or your right to run a business your way. This is crazy. It appears that women-only spas, where women are naked, may be forced to accept men who say they're women, but still have their penises. Yeah, it's literally a move. Yeah, you don't want to see a pair of testicles while having a hot stone massage? Too bad, that's on you. The laws say you don't own your business, we do. So there's a new bill that would punish parents for misgendering their own children. Translation being accurate. Children aren't property, but they are your children. That's why you say these are my kids. Well, unless your baby mama is a stripper and your dad is Joe Biden, then it's, I've never met those women and the children aren't mine. But when activists are told there are no limits to their demands, they can come for your kids too. It's the same logic. Your family, like your business, is my business. It's about separating you from what is yours. Property, family, your own story, even your right to self-defense. They'll take your guns, but they won't keep you safe. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I don't have to be. Conspiracies are done in the dark. This isn't. Like a parade full of fat guys in thongs twerking in front of kids. They really aren't trying to hide it anymore. But how funny, I never see this happen on Martha's Vineyard. Welcome tonight's guests. That clicking sound is his typewriter, or he's cutting his toenails in public again. Novelist and literary critic Walter Kerr. Her smile is bright as she fights anti-Semites. Human rights lawyer Brooke Goldstein. He loves performing in prisons because the crowd can't leave. Comedian Joe DeVito. And finally, she's like linoleum, tough, flexible, and often found on bathroom floors. Fox News contributor Kat Tipp. It is hot in here. Walter, it's been a while. I haven't seen you in a bit. You look great.
I've been homeless in Las Vegas for a while, and that's why I'm so tan.
You have a golden George Hamilton vibe going right now.
They put baby powder on me. It's actually worse than this.
Yeah, really? So what do you make of this, my premise? Am I weaving too many topics together, or do you feel that there's something here about relinquishing control?
It's all about relinquishing privacy. But let's take things in order. First of all, the shoplifting law. Mm-hmm. I think like most insane California laws, this one doesn't go far enough. They keep it just short of ridiculous so that people can kind of accept it. So I think instead of being prevented from stopping shoplifters, people who work in stores should be required by law to help shoplifters.
Yes.
So, for example, if you see a shoplifter having trouble with a 98-inch color TV, you bring a trolley over it. You say, listen, I get off in half an hour. I've got a pickup truck if you need that to get it home.
It's a good point, because the fact is you're actually facilitating the theft, so there's a reduction in time spent in the store. So you're actually being helpful.
And if the idea is to prevent violence, being actually helpful will probably keep things peaceful.
Yeah.
But I feel sorry for clerks who can't afford the things that the shoplifters are stealing. Mm-hmm. Like, hey man, I've been saving up. That's why I have this job.
Yep.
And you're just taking it out the door. The other thing about shoplifting is they used to have to hide and wear raincoats and so on. And now you can just pull up your cart beside them and say, hey man, I'm getting the Bounty paper towels, they're on sale. And that guy says, no, I'm getting the full price ones. I'm just stealing them. So.
Yes. And it really does hurt the raincoat industry, because now shoplifters aren't buying them in bulk, or they're just stealing them.
And the raincoat industry isn't necessary for flashing anymore either.
Yeah, that is true.
Because as is true of your second story, you can now walk into a women's only spa. Now, I'm from the Midwest. I'm not comfortable seeing penises even as a man.
Yes.
So I can only imagine how the women feel.
Yes. They aren't elegant extremities by any means.
No.
Nothing there seems to go together. It's kind of a comical collection of odd features.
See, Greg, when I was a kid, I've never even seen my mother naked.
Yeah, thank God.
And she's passed away now.
I consider that lucky.
So I never will. But what I was going to say is, when I was a kid in the Midwest, if you wanted to see a naked woman's body, you had to buy a product that was advertised in the back of magazines called X-ray specs.
Yes.
And if you wore X-ray specs, you had a prayer of seeing the faint outline of a woman's naked body.
Yes.
Now there's no market. You just walk into the spa.
Yeah. It's, again, killed another industry. I got to move on, but dying to hear more. I have to ask you, Brooke, Walter's touching on the massage place.
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting how misogynistic women can be towards other women? I mean, they're talking about a dude who's basically indulging his own perversion. He wants to go in there with his aroused memorabilia. I'm not a doctor. Anyway, you know where I'm going. Does it strike you as anti-woman?
Very much. I think that this court ruling is a huge problem. I think it's an example of legal warfare, where the courts are being used to violate the basic civil rights of women to privacy and to safety. And we've seen this, for example, in the sports industry, where all of the gains that we have made with the women's rights movements have been just in a second rolled back, where women who are trying very hard to advance are being marginalized because they're being forced to compete with men. And I want to be very clear. There is no civil right for a man, no matter how he identifies, to expose himself to women in a private place. Absolutely none. But women do have civil rights to safety and protection. And I think that this judge who ruled that anti-discrimination laws should be interpreted to violate women's rights should be sent right back to law school. This is a huge threat. And the biggest problem is enforcement. And what you learn in law school is if there is a law that cannot be properly enforced, it is a bad law. How do you know which men are really self-identifying trans or whatever? This can be taken advantage of. But I do disagree with you, just to go back on the other California law, and I've never disagreed with you, Greg.
Yes, that hurts.
I think this is a historic first. I have absolutely no problem with the bill because it doesn't prohibit employees from stopping theft. What it does is it prohibits the employer from requiring, and there's no, the employer should not, force the employee to be involved in a dangerous situation. That's security personnel, but it doesn't deal with the problem. And the problem is the insanity that's happening in California, which has led companies like Nordstrom's and Whole Foods to close. Hundreds of jobs are being lost, and this has to be taken care of.
All right. Joe, you've been, I think I know where you're going to go. We want to talk about the massage place. These are Korean run, I believe.
Yeah.
Can you imagine these poor Korean women that are like, this is America? What is going on?
Yeah.
Or maybe it was Canada. No, it's Seattle.
Yeah.
Close.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with Brooke. I think it's very unfair that these men can just waltz into a woman's spa, where meanwhile I have to maintain a 50-foot distance for a court order. I think that's very unfair. I think the shoplifting, first thing you need to do is you need to price everything at $900.99 and above, because then they can't just come in and take it.
Right.
And I think the solution we need is, if you remember during the LA riots, the famous Korean, they called them the rooftop Koreans.
Right.
Who, of course, now they would call them white supremacists, but
Yes.
rooftop Koreans defended their businesses. They got they used their Second Amendment to get their AR-15s and go on their roofs. And people didn't come into their places. They knew, oh, you don't mess around. It's the, fool around and find out.
Yeah.
And we need to bring that back. If anything, what we need is to have laws where you can hire people specifically to beat the crap out of the shoplifters in your store. And I think that would cut down on the shoplifting quite a bit. But now, you look at the Lululemon thing. If you're the employee, just tell your friends, come steal while I'm at work.
Yeah.
And then we'll split it.
That's exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
If I was young, I would do my Lulu looting on the side. I would just tell you, just come in. Come in. I don't even have to be there.
Set the table up right out in front of the store. No one can say anything.
Exactly. And you can take so much Lululemon stuff, Kat, because it's so fine and thin.
That's true. It'd be really easy to steal leggings.
Yeah, it is. It's like the
If you try just a little, just put them underneath what you're already wearing and walk out.
Yeah, exactly. I used to do that. I used to go into the dressing room and leave with clothes on.
Okay. I agree with you. It's like you can't have your employer forcing you to stop in a potentially dangerous situation and lose your job for it. But obviously, you do have to do something. But I think it's perfectly in line with the view of collective property, and as opposed to private property rights, where we're individuals and we own our own stuff. So it's not surprising, but they do need to do something about it, I think. And I'd rather not talk about the penises again. I feel like the amount of time I have to talk about the show is just too much.
Kat, that's called equity.
Yeah. Well, you're going to hate All Penis Wednesday. Oh, my God.
And Thursday and Friday.
Yes. Oh, then we have Boner Week.
I thought working at cable news there'd be a lot less genitalia talk involved.
Boner Week is going to be
wrong.
like Shark Week, except instead of sharks, it's boners.
I understand that.
How dangerous they are. The boners get a bad rap. Summertime, they come out, people are taking pictures. Anyway.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.